So I just got done having a gaming session with my best friend. We were playing Fortnite for a little bit. We got tired of the game really quickly, and it's just something Fortnite has been kind of here lately. It just hasn't been that fun. So we switched to Fall Guys. Okay, first game on, a lot of fun. A lot of fun. We barely lost, whatever. And I'm a person like Fall Guys is a game like I'm actually decent at, and I know that probably a lot of people think that, but like I almost every time I can get into the final one. But anyway, so we play again. Very similar maps. The maps didn't really change too much. A lot of our favorite maps didn't pop up. For one of my favorite maps is we call it the drawing game, and there's like a little bunch of like squares, and you have to jump on the squares, make the image on the screen. That's my favorite game on Fall Guys, and that one never popped up when we played. Okay. There's another final game I like. And you have to like, it's weird. You have to like, there's like three different like pathways to get, and you have to like step on this like thing that shoots fruits out to reveal the pathway to get to it. So that game never popped up either. So okay, interesting. And then none of them popped up. Only we just kept getting the same map over and over again. It was weird. Why is it like this? Where is my Fall Guys gone? Fall Guys used to be one of my favorite games to play with friends. We hopped on for old time's sake. This is a game we both enjoyed. And we still had a good time, but it wasn't necessarily because of the game, it was just because of our company. And kind of like the bullcrap moments that happened from the game. But it wasn't like the maps were fun anymore. It wasn't like the things the game what was happening was exciting. No, it was really the game wasn't that fun. And the reason for that is because we kept playing the same maps. What happened to all these old maps? Like it didn't add up to me. You've had these maps before. You've had plenty of maps before in the game. The last time I was like really playing Fall Guys a lot was like during the Sonic collab when they had that. And they had a ton of maps. You'd be lucky if you got the Sonic one. It wasn't like you got the Sonic map every time. But now, if they would have had that collab, I bet that one would pop up every single time you played. That's the reason why Fall Guys sucks ass right now, is because of the maps. It's not because of the game itself. Fortnite's been the same game over and over and over and over again, and it still regains popularity from time to time. Obviously, it's kind of in the gutters right now. But with Fall Guys, I feel like it's just a fun game to play with friends. It's the same as Fortnite. It's just not as stressful, and it's simpler. You don't have to think as hard. You don't have to build and deal with a bunch of sweats. Fall Guys sweats don't really exist. So at the end of the day, I'd always prefer to play Fall Guys if I'm just trying to chill, have a relaxing night, talk to some friends from back home. But the game's just kind of boring at this point. So, like, why is the maps not changing? That's the huge problem with it, and why the game's kind of sucking right now. I don't know why they're not using more of the maps that they have, but that's just kind of my thoughts on it. My thoughts on Fall Guys as a whole, though, I think it's a great game. I think it's simple, but so much fun. It's one of those games like Pac-Man. It's simple, but honestly, you can pour hours and hours and hours of time into it, and it's still like the same game each time. But so many different things can happen. You can do so many different things, and you can just continue trying to master the game and get better at it. That's why I like Pac-Man. But Fall Guys also has more of an element to it. A lot of different things can happen. You can play with friends and do so many other things with it. So why is the game just kind of boring right now? It's just the reason why I just said. The maps, there's not enough maps in the game. And honestly, it feels like you make it to the finals each time. Like, why? Like, what we played, and this is also a problem with the game right now. 16 teams start the game out, and 13 make it to the next round. Why is that? It shouldn't be like that. It should be 10, then 6, then 4, and then you're at the final where 4 people have like a really fun, engaging match. Like this, where the most fun map should be, in my opinion, because it keeps people wanting to play to that map and trying to get there. But it needs to be hard to get there and have a lot of steps to it. No, and this is what I mean. We would play one, it'd go down to 13. We play another, it'd go down to 9, and then we play another, it'd go down to 6. And then it's like, and then that's the final match. And it was just something dumb. Like the final map was the most boring one. One's like this hex one, but it wasn't like the original hex one where you fall down and you want to be the last person on. No, like they respawn and it's just like one platform. That one's like all right, but we got 3 times. We played a lot of matches. The next map that popped up, the only other final map that popped up actually, was the spinning platform one. Sometimes you get that like in the second round. But this one's just last man standing. It doesn't change anything about the map. It's just last man standing. It sucks. And they really could just fix it with simple things. Make the map so much different. Add like hundreds, thousands of maps to the game where you just want to get to the one that you want to play. Make them very high quality, hire some people, and just keep them in the game. Why would you take these maps out of the game? And obviously, if they're bad maps, they're bad maps. Take them out, replace it with a different one. That's how you keep your game successful. That's how Fortnite's so successful. Maybe like each season, make different maps for the game. But no, these are just generic plain maps that really just aren't even fun to look at. Make them Halloween themed right now. Like that would be so easy. That's a slam dunk. That would be so fun to look at. The maps, you could like make pumpkins, the platforms. Honestly, the ideas are so easy. Why the fuck haven't they came up with them yet? Why is Fall Guys in the gutter so bad right now? I really don't understand it whatsoever. Get off your high horses over there, Epic. You bought the fucking game for a reason because it was beating you. It was gaining popularity and you got scared. Fall Guys was like, oh, we don't know how long this is going to last. Then you bought the game from it and fucking ruined it. The Epic Games ruined Fortnite, or not Fortnite, Fall Guys. Make it a competitive, fun game. It can be a competitive game. They have ranked lobbies. Just add more maps to the game. I don't get it. I don't get it. And creative maps aren't an excuse for it. User-made maps are for people who maybe just get tired of playing the normal game and just like, hey, maybe this user map can be something different. And there can be a lot of different mini games with user maps. They can be a lot of different, like, honestly, with a user map, you could have like back in the day, like Minecraft drop thing, like a drop simulator. You have to make it down. If you don't, like, why isn't Fall Guys making a map like that? That's such an easy slam dunk. Like, I don't get it. You know what I mean? Like, I forget what it's called, but you like jump down the hole and then you fall into the water. That's like the point of it. So I just don't understand why Fall Guys is just not a good game right now. Because it's so easy to make it a good game and could gain popularity back so quickly. Everybody loves watching people play Fall Guys for the dumb moments and how people react to the game. It's just such an... I just don't get it. Like, why are they just kind of saying fuck Fall Guys? Because Fortnite ain't doing shit right now. Fortnite's been the same game because it always has been. You add different guns and other things like that. But it still is the same game at the end of the day. Also with Fall Guys. But I feel like Fall Guys is just easier to play. Fortnite is just overran with sweats nowadays. It's hard to get into anymore. I play Fall Guys and it's like, it's not relaxing. It's not a video game at the end of the day for me anymore. It's not. Sorry about that. I accidentally hit my keyboard. It's just not a fun game anymore. And it's just the fact that because of the maps. And they could be doing so much more with the game. And they're just not. And it just really makes me upset. Because Fall Guys, again, could just be such a fun game. And Fall Guys is also a way easier game to get collabs in. Because there's no guns. There's no nothing like that. Like, legitimately, you could legitimately add like a Pac-Man skin to the game. I don't know if there is one. There might be. But you could do so many cool and different collabs. Like, you can't tell me it's not going to make money. I legitimately just don't understand at this point anymore. Like, why are they not doing this? Why are they not putting the extra effort in? It just doesn't add up to me. So, yeah, that's really about it. As always, have a great day.